Yeah. I can't hear myself. I can't hear myself. That's better. Are you recording already? We got nonsense for the nonsense. We got nonsense for the nonsense.
We laid the foundation, you gotta bring the more. We laid the foundation, we gotta bring the more.
Nonsense for the nonsense. We bring nonsense for the nonsense.
We got laid the foundation, you gotta bring the more. We laid the foundation, you gotta bring the more.
Memories of defeat, compromising with the weak. Gladiator for survival, I'm a patriot of peace. Grudges and broken hearted, chastised when we accomplished. Prison was hard enough, but I made it out of impossible. Went to sleep with swollen hands. Got to show them not to mess with me.
Andrea Evans, I'm from the South Nashville community. I'm basically a community organizer, social activist, singer-songwriter, mother of three, and whatever else I want to be. Today I'm here at the Oasis Center with Jaffe, and he's basically talking to the children, letting them know, you don't have to do what I did, but here's what I did. So he basically just gave a whole story of all the mistakes he's ever made. He didn't hold back anything, and I appreciate that. Because when our kids listen to us, they're looking like, okay, what can you tell me? You lived a squeaky clean life. I don't want you talking to me. But Jaffe, he came here today and kept it real. So he's basically telling the kids, hey, do what you do, but just know that there are consequences to your actions. I like the fact that he had all the kids' attention. I like the fact that afterwards they had questions. It seemed as though, like, they didn't believe him. They were looking at, they didn't realize they were looking at a finished product. They didn't realize that, hey, this guy is doing something that I probably thought about doing the other day. Because he talked about his past life and hitting licks and doing stuff he wasn't supposed to do, but he also talked about how he came up out of that. So the way I felt about it, I was inspired, I was motivated, and I was really glad to see that the kids found somebody that they can pay attention to, listen to, and didn't feel like Jaffe was so much above them that he couldn't understand where they were coming from. So I really enjoyed myself. I'm glad I came, and I would love to do it again.
I go by the name of Jaffe Judah. I'm a Nashville-based artist. Despite music, I also do poetry. Overall, I've been just been writing and really chronicling my journey with poetry and with music, and linking up with different activists within the community and trying to extend my efforts. Today, I took a trip to the Real program, which is the extension of Oasis, and really just, man, gave my message, gave my speech, and gave my testimony about how I live an AM life and not a thug life. There was a time in my life when I was, young and dumb. There was a time in my life when I was, gang banging and had my hands in a bunch of different things that was leading to a route of nowhere. So my whole goal was today not to necessarily tell them how to live their life better, but more so what things do I live by now that better my life. Not only now, but then. I feel like a change and transition, that's something that takes time. That's something that takes understanding, patience. It's not something that happens overnight. So, yeah, man, as you go with me on this journey, I hope y'all really enjoy and listen to what I'm saying, because the whole goal is this is not only to get a record deal, because I'm broke, but also to inspire other people and hopefully touch some lives before I go, because my name is my purpose. I am Jaffe Judah. This is Black Blood, from a shooter to a savior.
Come up on a new scale, my niggas. Yeah. Tell me how it feel to pull up in a new phone taking pictures. Yeah. Tell me how it feel to blow a bag with my niggas. Tell me how it feel. Tell me how it feel. Live through you, nigga. Yeah. Tell me how it feel to come.
Jaffe Judah. Penny for your thoughts, stack bills, bag tokens. Bang for liberation, conceal minds never get noticed. People in my position don't make it to my position. For the lack of confidence, support, little ambition. I gave God my pen and the devil my pad, so he can right the wrongs from a hustler's past. I get a game of all in whatever you had. Make it rain or flood earth, let me float into heaven. I was hungry for success, but never greedy for seconds. I gave more than what I took and when I die, I live on. Celebrate with a toast. Mic check, 1, 2, yes, the stage is mine. Hip-hop, my first love before the age of 5. Biggie Smalls, take that, I recited the lines. I am Jaffe Jr. Peace and light. My goal today here is not to necessarily tell y'all how to live a better life. To be honest, I'm still a work in progress myself. Really. But I do feel like I can give y'all a few pointers on what helped me in my life to make my life better. But before I stood here in front of you today, I was 116, a juvenile facing 30 years. When I was 16, I robbed a pawn shop and shot someone. At 16, I was charged with aggravated robbery, attempted murder. I had like 20 gun charges for the pawn shop that we broke into. We took 32 handguns and some money. Now the reason behind this, lick, as we called it back then, I don't know what y'all call it now. What y'all call it now when somebody go do something like a lick. It's still lick. So when I hit this lick, the reason I hit this lick is I was in war and at the same time I was going through a homeless situation. I used to gang bang back in the day. I used to be moved. So in the midst of me gang banging and with beefing and going to high school, really I got put out twice. In the midst of all that, we hit a pawn shop. I got caught facing 30 years. I wasn't living an am life. I wasn't living a lifestyle that was motivating, that was impactful, that was genuine. I wasn't living a life that was conscientious of my thoughts, preparing myself for the future at this time. I ended up signing for 12 years. 6 years in the penitentiary. I went to the penitentiary when I was 17. Not the county jail, not the juvenile. I'm in a juvenile part in the penitentiary. So, I don't know what y'all can see and what y'all can heard, but it ain't nothing like what you can see and what you can heard. That environment is very malicious, very violent-minded environment. Somewhat like it is when you're growing up in the projects, honestly. But more intense. You don't have a support system on call. You don't have mom and dad on call. You don't have your homeboy on call, your homegirl on call. Nothing is on call. Everything is on somebody else's time. And you know why? Because the quality of your life is based on the choices you make. Now, like I said, I'm not here to tell you how to live. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life better. I'm just here to tell you some things that help me better my life. I believe if you they pass them around, what you have in front of you are the 9s, a code of conduct. And I was doing my time 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. As I was doing these 6 years in the penitentiary, growing up in the penitentiary, I didn't grow up on the time. I started gang banging when I was like 12. Honestly. So my whole life, I wasn't living a life. The 9s came about within what I was inside doing, when I was inside the penitentiary finding myself. Gaining an understanding of who I wanted to be and what I wanted to become. Not just on a career level, but as a man. The number one code of conduct on there is faith. Whether you believe in God or you have an understanding of a greater existence than yourself, whichever route you're on, you need to, or what I did to figure out a better way, I had to get myself solidified on something. Stop being so indecisive. This didn't happen overnight. It took a minute. While I was in there, I got locked up at 16. I didn't stop gang banging until I was like 19, 20. I stopped gang banging inside the penitentiary. Reason why? I started to see greater truth. I started to expand myself outside of my environment and see what gang banging was on a more global view. Because people that's in the penitentiary, they coming from the feds, from Cali, from New York, from Houston, Texas, everywhere. You got all the big homies. This is where it really gets cracked. This is where it really gets serious and sticky. This is where when you got that draw, this is where it gets real funky. They don't see you really about that action. It wasn't until I was about 19, I got into a fight. I had told the set I wanted to let it go. Now to this day, I'm still cool with the same people that I grew up with. I'm still cool with the same dudes that put hands on me and put me in this set. But I'm gonna tell you why. Because of how I handled the situation. There's a rule when it comes to gang banging, there's blood in, blood out. And when you go to the penitentiary, that don't stop. Same rules exist, it's just more intense. My homeboy got into an altercation with some GDs over a tattoo. They said to them, he was disrespecting their hood, disrespecting their set, their nation, their GD nation. And they asked my homeboy to remove the tattoo, or either you gotta move out the part, one or the other. These are what the nines are formulated. But subconsciously, I'm not even aware that these code ethics that I live by today, I'm not even aware that they're formulating on that day. The quality of your life is based on the choices you make. Now, during this point in time, 2 months from that day, I had to go for parole. Parole, how many of y'all familiar with these terms as far? How many of y'all familiar with parole? Anybody know what that is? What's parole? You're going to probation, right? You're going, right. You got to go in front of the board, you got to go in front of a certain certified members of the TLC facility. You go in front of them, you plead your case, they hear your case, and they decide whether or not they're going to release you and allow you to go home, etc. That's pretty much what the parole board is. 2 months from that day, I had to see the parole board. Now, I've been trying to make parole get back out to my family, the ones that have been supporting me, the ones that have been putting money in my books, the ones that have been putting money in my phone. I've been sacrificing my whole life. I've been gangbanging my whole life. I've been wasting all that time dedicating my life to a thug life, not an am life. I've been dedicating my whole time, sacrificing for all these people, just so I can go to the penitentiary and bang out for what? I ain't never met these cats. When I got into it, they ain't gonna ride with you. Some will, some won't. Most of them won't, because if you ain't from my hood, then it's what? That part. Real talk. We at the real program, right? Yeah. That part. So look, I ain't coming to be no fabrication, none of that. Because my message, my music, everything is authentic. And that is the only reason why I'm here today. Because I remain authentic. You have to rise above the ignorance. Not only that you are within, but that is within. The nines, going back to the nines. So the homeboy didn't remove the tattoo. Long story short, we getting the squad. I go to the hole, I come back out. Still didn't remove the tattoo, we get put back in the same part. This time I get the squad, but this time I get stabbed 4 times in the face. In the face. 4 times in the face. Now, most of my wounds are here, and I ain't gonna get too close because I'm dealing with little signs. I don't know my breath on here now. We get into it. I go to the hole, I get stuck on. I didn't press charges. If I did press charges, I could have got out the day I got stuck on, because that right there is, that when you're locked up in the penitentiary, when you're put in the care of someone else, it's their responsibility for your safety. Their safety is in their hands. So your parent, if you get hurt under the supervision of your parent, the people or the board or DCS is going to come into your parents and punish them before they punish you. Does that make sense, y'all? That makes sense? So, in the penitentiary, if someone gets hurt on their watch, the victim or the person who got hurt will not be punished, but the penitentiary can get punished if that victim chooses to enforce the situation. Y'all understand that? Okay. I think I can do that. So, I didn't choose to press charges. I didn't give them no name. I went back to the same part, the same hole, the same day. I gave them no name. I walked in that same part. They removed the other dudes, but they put me back in the same part. They put me back in the same part, but when I came back in that part, it was a certain level of respect that whole part gave me. Aryan Nation, which is a white supremacist brotherhood, Crips, Blood, G's, etc., etc. It was a different level of respect. Because I stood on my ground. At this time, I had found a new faith, Rastafari. Rastafari is which really molded my whole mind, developed my whole mind, my whole thought process, eating, drinking, living, interaction with people. It altered that whole state of mind, that whole mindset. Now, some people it's Buddha, some people it's just knowledge, different people, different stuff. But for me, and with my brain, what I stand on, it's true. Authenticity, motivation, positivity, Rastafari. Encompasses all of this for me. Now, around this time I was 19, I started figuring things out. life got a little bit more serious. I knew that one day I would get out, but I didn't know when. Because now I go to parole, and of course they denied that. You just got into altercation involving butchers and blood spill. You ain't going nowhere. That threw me out for another 2 years. Alright. But that's God testing me. That's how I took it. I started thinking to myself, what can I do to never, ever come back into this hellhole? I started thinking to myself, how can I remove myself not only from this environment, but from this mentality? Because as I looked around, I started seeing people leave and come back, leave and come back, leave and come back. Like, how y'all coming back? I ain't had out once. Mentality. If your mentality is still sick, your environment will not. There's no way you can be positive. If you keep having negative thoughts, there's no way you can have a positive outcome. Thug life. Living a thug life. I turned that around once to the am life. So I took time out of my day. Instead of me, and this being real, because like I said, this is how I grew up in the penitentiary. Instead of me taking time out of my day, trying to find the sexiest video I can to whack out to, I started taking myself to the library. Now, what I'm gonna teach y'all, I'm gonna show you something. Really? What I'm doing is, I'm disciplining my mind. I'm prioritizing my time. This is what I'm doing now. See, before, wake up, I don't know what to do. Violation of, that's it. Probably go smoke. It was nothing of substance. That's what I'm getting at. But it couldn't start when I get out. It had to start from within on within. Because if you keep the same mentality, if you keep the same heart, if you keep the same, you'll remain stagnant. And we all know when you're stagnant and you like this, you're going nowhere. You gotta be like water, you gotta move. I wasn't trying to flow until certain chaotic life experiences started happening. But I started to understand myself, and I noticed that I wanted to be someone that would motivate others, just like that spark. I came up with am life. I told myself when I get to the penitentiary, I want to do stuff I'd never seen growing up. I want to throw events that I'd never seen when I was growing up. I started thinking, why ain't nobody cleaning up the hood? See, when I go out to these suburban places where these white folks live, their hood looks super nice. Their pool looks super clean. They don't even look like they got chlorine in their water. It's like straight Fiji water, all bottles. Because it just looks perfect. You know what I'm saying? I won't let for myself though. That's what I start saying. But I got to start from within. Not within myself, yeah, true, but within my community first. I start going back to my roots. And this is another thing that Rastafari taught me. It started to teach me to pay attention to tradition, pay attention to your roots, pay attention to the groundwork. It's just little stuff like that helped me. I started to really pay attention to it. So when I did get released, when I was 22, 2013, the next following year, 2014, I met up with a man named Ron Johnson. First out of the penitentiary. I don't know nothing about nothing, how to do music, how to be a marketer, how to event. I don't know nothing. I'm learning as I go. And that poem that I recited to you all, when I first came in and walked in, was the same poem that I recited to Ron Johnson that brought me here 3 years ago. Fresh out the penitentiary. Still trying to figure it out. Now, I've been published in magazines. I performed for the mayor. 100 people in the crowd. I'm in the process of publishing my first book that I wrote back in the penitentiary. I'm in the process of publishing my first breaking EP. But none of these things would have came about if I didn't stick to the 90s. Having faith, building loyalty, and understanding with a group of people based off integrity. Some of the people that was in my circle had to weed them out because they didn't want the best of me. So I got lost in the smoke. Now, I met Ron Johnson back in 2014. He wanted me to come speak, but he really had me to perform, my first performance, and I was so nervous. But like I said, I ain't never did none of this. So, today, that I stand in front of you, Today I wanted to bring my cameraman with me. Because now that I've been doing this for a minute, I wanted other people to see the steps that I've taken to not only improve myself, but to improve others around my circle. Now, I get paid to do poetry. I work for an organization called Southern Word. Despite my background, Southern Word chose to pick me up and allow me to be an artist and teach, be a teaching artist. I get to teach poetry, teach hip hop. I get to do what I get to get paid for what I love to do. I never thought I could do that in a million years. I never had these outlets when I was coming up. You get what I'm saying? If you want to create change, if you want to see better, you have to do better first within yourself. And like I said, I'm just giving y'all some tips that help me out with my life, advance me forward. Now soon to come, will be that reggae EP coming next year in the book. But like I said, while I'm here and I have your ears for these 10 to 15 minutes, I want y'all to take home these lines and look over them. And we got these printed straight out my email, so it'll be this little notes attached. I don't even worry about that in this part. But I want y'all to take these lines home with y'all. Look over them and think about the stories I gave y'all, because one day you never know your story, but one day be the story that motivates someone else. Because the way I got started, even coming here, coming back and forth, a kid heard my music named Donovan, and that one kid inspired me to keep wanting to do outreach. So you never know who you may inspire. You never know who you may motivate by just being you. All right? Thank y'all for your time. Peace and light.
Go Judah, go Judah, go Judah, go Judah, go!
I've been gone too long, yeah. 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 Whoa. I'm I stick it, Mr. P up in the kitchen, no limit. I see murder. If a nigga want the business, he get it like 6:30 in the chow hall. Looking for God, I need a purpose. You think it's all an act? My nigga, they close curtains. List your ass street.